So today, by the title, it's a Huda Beauty Medium Obsessions palette. Um, really nice affordable palette as well from Huda Beauty. I think it's £23. And I know that sounds a lot. I've had this a couple of years. But for autumn, guys, because I was looking through my palettes, I've rearranged everything. There's a video coming up on it because I've just rearranged absolutely everything. And I've also got a video coming up called Making Auburn Colours Work. So this is it. Look at that, guys. Now, I know I said this autumn, fall, winter, I wasn't going to go for glitters, but these are more shimmers. So this is really autumn-like as well. And it goes with the NYX latest purchase, Feeling Butter Terracotta. So we're going to do that. I can feel my hair about to fall down. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, how did I know that was going to happen? But it happened. Okay, let me know when you're on. But yeah, so medium, Huda Beauty Medium Obsessions palette. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And let me know when you're on. I actually remembered my water for once. I'm going to do my skincare, everything with you guys. Hopefully it's around 7 p.m. UK time now. I know I'm on a little bit early, but we're going to go skincare, everything. The foundation I'm going to be using, guys, because I need to use this up, is the Fenty Beauty from Rihanna. And it's her, I think it's just her Radiant Glow Soft Lit Foundation. So you always give that a bit of a shake. But I'm doing my complete kind of skincare with you. Do let me know that you're on. I'm just going to check settings, chat filter, all. There we go. It says welcome to live. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're going to go for it. I'm going to take some water. I appreciate today is it'll be quieter, I think, because I appreciate today is Charlie Kirk's funeral, which I will catch up on. I did want to make it live. I saw the first 2 hours with the singing, and I will absolutely catch up with it later. My thoughts are with Erica and the whole family and friends. So I appreciate this. Maybe I was thinking earlier, this may be kind of a quieter live as such, but that's absolutely fine, completely understandable. But I still wanted to come on, and just talk to you guys. It's important for me to kind of have that kind of consistency with you guys. But again, I'll just say that my thoughts are obviously with the family, and I appreciate that some of you might not, that you're usually on, might not be on. So I completely get that. So, but do let me know if you're in the replay. Just do hashtag replay. So just Jaya, hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. So if there's new people here, my name is Kira. I am a freelance makeup artist, but I don't do that anymore. Hi, Lana. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm originally from Ireland, but I'm living in the UK. And outside of YouTube, what I do is I work with autistic and Down syndrome young adults, helping them. Hi, 8B7. Hopefully I said that right. So that's what I do. I work with, additional needs people. But thank you all for joining today. What I do is makeup tutorials, just so that you all, if you're interested, great. If you're not, that's absolutely fine. But I'm just letting you guys know I do makeup tutorials. So we're doing a eyeshadow makeup look today. And that's what I do. Do take a look at the channel if you would like to. So I'm originally from Ireland, but I live in the UK at the minute. Head Hoover, can you help me save someone's life today? There's this guy at Majdatter. I'm trying to get him to stop vaping. So just go spam his stream with stop vaping. Okay. I don't vape personally. I've never done anything like that, but I guess it's up to everybody what they do. But no, I understand why you wouldn't want to do that. So yeah, that's what I do. My name is Kira. Again, I'm just going to kind of say it maybe once or twice. I am a freelance makeup artist qualification. I haven't done it in a while. I now work with autistic and Down syndrome young adults outside of YouTube. So yes, definitely stick with me if you want to look at the Huda Beauty mediums palette. We're doing that eye look. So that's what I do. I do makeup tutorials. I have a lot of regulars that come on, but I always like to see and meet new people. I do longer form content videos, but I always say, I can't pronounce your 32 Waguru said hello, thank you for joining. I always say, new people are always welcome. So this is the palette. It's from Huda Beauty. And it's just their medium obsessions palette. So I hope you're all well, guys, and let me know what you've been up to today. It's kind of the end of the weekend for everybody. In the UK, it's 7 o'clock at night. So I am going to be doing a tutorial with you guys, but obviously I'm not going to be going out or anything like that. I tend to kind of have a minimal social life outside of here, so hopefully that changes. Okay. Pom life. Okay. All right. Guys, I'll just say, I'm pretty open to everybody being here, but I'm sure people don't want to read stuff like that when they come into a makeup tutorial. So I'm not going to read things like that. Okay. Just cleansing the face before we put on any skincare. But yes, let me know what you guys have been doing. And I hope everybody's well and healthy. My MRI was Friday, so if you guys don't know, I do have a long-term illness, but I've been waiting and waiting for an MRI, and I finally got it on Friday. So I was in, let me know if you've had an MRI before, but it took half an hour to 40 minutes, and I usually thought MRIs take 10 minutes, but I was in that machine for like half an hour, and it really got me. I'm not claustrophobic, but it certainly got me it certainly got me a little bit kind of panicked because you can't really move. You're kind of in an MRI machine, so that was a little bit yeah, it was very uncomfortable. We love you from India. You are so beautiful. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm just going to go in with the serum first because I'm starting from scratch with you guys. Some people have been asking about the skincare that I use. So today I'm just going to go in with the Vitamin E skincare from Superdrug. This is just a moisture boost. And it's like a serum. So got a lot of skincare. When you hear serum or moisture boost, that's a lot of skincare in that. So we're just going to use that as a pump as well. How have you guys been doing? And if you're new, where are you from and what do you do? If you have a channel and you want to kind of advertise your channel, or if it's gaming or anything, feel free to kind of pop your channel down, and then other people that are commenting can see it, and they can then go onto your channel, because I like to support other people too. So yeah. Leah, hey beautiful, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you. I don't feel it today, but thank you. Appreciate that. But you can always pop your channel in the comments, guys, and other people can then have a look. So yeah, this is just really letting this soak into the skin. Oh, thank you, Leah. I hope you're having a good day and you've had a good weekend. Okay, but I do like to know how you guys you're doing and what you guys do too. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just go in. Now, you might be thinking, are you going to use an SPF? But because it's the evening, I'm not going out. I'm just going to use a hydrating hyaluronic acid serum before the primer. If I was going out, I'd obviously encourage to do SPF, sun protection factor, basically. The minimum I do is 30, but okay, so this is hyaluronic replumping water cream. So anything with hyaluronic acid for your skin is going to be amazing, guys. Peptides, ceramides, anything like that is really, really good. So if you're just jumping on, my name is Kira and I'm originally from Ireland, living in the UK. I am a qualified makeup artist, but I haven't done that in a long time. I work with autistic adults now and Down syndrome young adults. So that's what I do outside of YouTube. But definitely take a look at my channel. It's basically makeup tutorials, some purchases that I'm sent, things like that, and some mental health as well. So okay, so there we go. I did reflexology in college and worked with many people. You have such an amazing smile. Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to let that set. Again, I do like to kind of let it maybe 30 seconds set there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is use a Garnier, and this is, or L'Oreal, sorry, triple active. And this is just normal to combination skin. So you can see I definitely have redness. I don't have normal skin. I think when I was a teenager, I had really oily skin. I actually had acne when I was a teenager. And then it's kind of gone to normal combination for sure. So this is triple active and it's a day cream as well. So we're going to pop that on. And then we'll start with the primer again. I need to use this up, guys. I've only used it twice. It's absolutely terrible. I should use it more. This is the Fenty Beauty, and it's her Soft Lit foundation. It's medium to kind of medium to high coverage, I would say, or full coverage. So we'll do that, and then we'll go in with the Huda Beauty Nude palette, and I'll just show you. It's the mediums palette, so that's what that looks like as well. Okay, so we're just going to pop this on. But let me know what you guys have been doing today. This is the last moisturizer we're going to pop on, guys. But I know, guys, it's a big day in America today, so I didn't expect the amount that I usually get. But I wanted to come on, guys, and kind of keep my promise to you guys, because I was requested to go live. So I like to kind of chat to you guys and see how you've been. But I did say to my friends today, I don't expect, a huge amount of people on based on what today is as well. So my thoughts and prayers are with the family. That's all I'll say. Okay. But guys, I am on Instagram and TikTok. Definitely have a look over there. I'm still very new to TikTok. You'll see there's only about maybe 10 to 15 pictures, I think, up there, but I am kind of building that up. Okay, so that's kind of the kind of skincare side of it done. I had cleansed my face already. I'm just going to check with the comments, guys, because if you're a long time viewer, you'll know that sometimes I can see that now. I can see your, sometimes I cannot see your messages, and now I can. Um, okay, that's fine. Okay, it sometimes happens, but I'll keep checking it throughout the live. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the primer I chose was the Smashbox. Was it Smashbox? No, it was their dupe, the Smashbox dupe W7. Oh no, I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I have got W7 for a longer form content, but today I'm going to go in with Rimmel, and it's the Fix and Perfect primer. So we're going to go in with that, and it kind of has like a moisturizing effect too. I'll show you what it looks like. So if I just go on here, it literally looks like moisturizer, but it's great, guys. It keeps on your makeup for at least, say, 7 hours, and you don't really want your makeup on any longer than 7 hours. So yeah. Okay, so let's just pop this. This is primer. This is going to keep your foundation or your skin tint on. Always just put it in the T-zone or wherever you really do need. Pop it in there. Okay. I did expect this to be a quiet live, but I definitely want to, even if you're on replay, at least you can see it then. The regular subscribers can see it, or new people as well. But as you can see, guys, I'm really focusing it on the areas that I tend to lose the foundation and the makeup first, which is the T-zone for me. Okay. So if you want a little bit more information, this is the Fix and Perfect primer from Rimmel. It says it smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, and protects. So that's always good for protection as well. So that's the primer, guys. If you noticed, every time I've put something on, I've left at least 30 to 40 seconds until I put the next kind of product on, because that's really good for your skin. You're not in kind of overloading your skin all at once. So we're going to use this Fenty Beauty. I should have used it a lot longer, guys. The good thing about this is it has a pump, so you're not going to be wasting any product. So let's do that. Yeah, it's got a pump, but I'm hoping it still is my shade, guys. If you look at that, I don't know if it's going to be my shade, but we'll check. Okay, again, that's what it looks like. I really need to put it in my to use category, basically. So this is what this looks like here. We're going to I usually warm it up on the skin and then go in my finger, and then usually I'll use either a brush or a sponge, and we'll go in with that. So I'm just going to check what I've popped on my thing. Okay, we're going to go in with a sponge. Actually, we might go in with the foundation brush from Real Techniques. If you keep these really well, guys, they really do stay really good quality. So I'm just looking for that foundation brush. There we go. So this is what it is, Real Techniques, and it's their foundation brush. All my brushes tomorrow are getting washed, guys. They're all getting washed. I think I only have, because people ask me, I see your brushes all the time on videos and lives, how many do you have? And I think, guys, I only have about, at the most, 20, and that's because I reuse them all the time. So it's like a mixture between e.l.f. and Real Techniques. I think I have 2 Morphe brushes, but I just reuse them. I know there's a lot of people with a lot more brushes than that, but I tend to just kind of, if I find a brush that really works, guys, I will stick with it. And then if I need to repurchase it, but if you have a really good cleaner or a makeup brush cleaner, you're absolutely fine. Just keep going with that. Okay, so, but I do envy people that have like 50 brushes. So, but I need to kind of stick to my no-buy. So there we go. So yeah, it is a good match, guys. I do think I'll probably go a little bit more here, but I think it's a very good skin match. So I need to use that, guys. I'm trying to rotate the makeup that I have. So like I'm keep using stuff. But this, guys, I haven't used in months, and I really need to, because it's Fenty Beauty, and it was a gift, so I really should use it more. Does it say that if you want to know, it's in 175, so it doesn't have like porcelain beige. It just has numbers, and this is Soft Lit Fenty Beauty 175, just in case you're looking for the color. That's what that looks like. Warming it up on the skin, and then I'm going to check the comments, because as I say before, you'll be surprised if yeah, it's just making sure that the comments are on. Yeah, okay. Always don't be afraid to kind of comment, guys. I'll always get back to you. So this is it here. I get told I talk a lot on lives, and so I have to catch up on the comments. So that's what's made me like constantly check. Okay, so here we go. So this is my second coat, just around the areas that I do get redness, before we go in with our e.l.f. concealer. I'm doing really well with the concealer, guys. e.l.f., look at that. This is just because I'm trying to reuse what I have. So this is the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. They do have one with a black top, and that's just a normal one, but I have the hydrating one, which is the white, and it's really, really popular on e.l.f., and I think it has gone down in price too. So I'm just going to finish this off. And definitely it's a good skin match, guys. I think it was in the summer where I had a little bit more of a tan. But definitely let me know if you're on replay, and I'll obviously get back to you as well. Thank you for responding to the poll I put out about you wanted to see more tutorials in the longer form content. So I will definitely be doing that. I've got one tomorrow that's planned. And the newest poll is on skincare. I'd love to know that your opinions on skincare. So take a look at the poll, guys, and let me know what you think. So I think that's enough, guys. Of course, I think my redness is always going to come through. So we are going to use concealer for that. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So we're just going to pop that on. I do have a mirror just down below as well. Okay, so we're just going to pop that again in the T-zone. And then really, really delicately under the eye. But I always love to find out what you guys have done for the weekend too, so you can always let me know. Okay, we are going to go in with a sponge just under the eye, guys. I always go in just because you don't want it to be too harsh. So what I do first is just warm it with my finger quickly, and then I go in with the sponge. This is just from Shein. But yeah, I'm glad that my MRI is over and done with, but I certainly didn't. Let me know if you've had one before. I didn't realize that the MRI, when you're in the machine, you're in there for at least 40 to 45 minutes. And if you're somebody who's claustrophobic, I really sympathize with you. I'm not claustrophobic, but definitely after 25 minutes, I was starting to feel a little bit trapped. But I'm glad it's done now. I'm glad it's done. Okay. I will refresh the comments in a minute, just in case, because as I said before, I have certainly had issues with comments before where it just doesn't show them for some reason. Okay, and even still, you can see that my redness is coming through. So I'm obviously going through kind of, and I often find when the seasons change, that's when the redness starts to just be more prominent. So that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to do one more, and then we will do our setting powder. Now I found a setting powder, guys, that has an SPF. I mean, that's very rare for me. I have it somewhere here. It's from Collections, but it has an SPF 20, so that's quite interesting. So I'm just warming that up, and then we're going to just use the sponge again. Then I'm going to take some water and check the comments. I'll check the comments. And okay, so that's definitely made it a bit better, I think, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to show you that Collections. So this is what I meant. It's Collections. And it's their mattifying powder enriched with vitamin E, but look what it says, SPF 20. So that to me is, I've never seen a setting powder with an SPF. And I know it looks really white, I know that, but actually it sets clear, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's get a setting brush. I appreciate what today is, guys, and with the time zone, I think it's probably still happening. So it may be a quieter live. I did think that, but always press or type replay, and I'll be able to comment for you. But at least I'm on, guys. You can always look back. So if you're new to this, I do lives on Sundays at 7 p.m. UK time, Mondays and Wednesdays. And then there's a one longer form content video every week. So all I'm doing is setting more so the T-zone. I am going around the face, but I'm kind of just focusing really on the areas that I focused with the concealer. I'm going to just refresh the settings and then we'll go in with the under eye. Let's have a look. Settings. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, let's go in with the Revolution. This is Super Matte Fix, and it's their No Flashback powder. Now, I have the rose. You can get it in banana and banana light. I have their rose powder, and all I do with this is I use it just for the under eye. So that's what we're going to do. I'm used to chatting to people, guys, but I did think, as I said before, it might be a quieter live due to today, which I completely respect and understand why that would be quieter. But that's fine. You can always go back onto replay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is use that. I got this little triangle puff with it before, but I don't think they sell it with together. So these came as a set in Superdrug. And now when I go in to look, it just has it on its own. So I think that was a limited time. So let's do this quickly. But guys, work has been just taking over my life, honestly, guys. And it really made me think, like, yes, you go to work, but you know, your friends and your family and loved ones are like the most important thing. And I think that can be forgotten when you spend so much time at work and you put so much hours in. That it makes you realize, like, you know, outside of work, you can't really, you know, neglect that. But yeah, it's hard. It is hard. My poor mum at the minute, I was FaceTiming her today in Ireland, and she's got horrendous toothache. Her wisdom tooth has come down, and she's not the type of person that likes to you know, use painkillers or anything. But she was in such pain today. Bless her. Okay, so you can see this basically just sets the under eye. Now, I have seen people on YouTube use it all over the face. I tend to just use it under the eye. But yeah, it made me realize, guys, friends are important, you know, and your friendship groups as time goes on are so important, you know. But then work just takes up so much of our life, and it has been taking up a lot of my life, and I should be kind of balancing. It's really hard to get that life balance at the minute for me, you know. Okay, so I'm going to use the remainder just on the T-zone, which is just here and here. But wow, is it quiet today, guys? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm missing my people. Okay. I'm missing you guys. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do my brows now. This is the Revolution, and it's their medium brown pen. So you've got your brush on one side and your pen on the other. So this is the brush. We're just going to brush them into place, the brows, and then we're going to go in with but yeah, guys, my thoughts are with his family. I know his service is going on at the minute. I've watched about an hour of it. It is a lot of singing and things like that, but I did want to come on and just let you guys know that I'm here still. But I did think it's probably going to be quieter today due to that. So I completely respect that. So if you know you're watching this on replay, where the camera is, I can't see who's on. So it's a new TikTok light that I got, but it's where it attaches. I can't really see who's on unless you guys comment, but I understand there might not be a lot of people on. So as you can see, guys, it certainly makes a difference. It's a little bit more heavy. But I think it suits kind of, it's definitely my color. I'm going to keep refreshing, guys, because as you know, I tend to. Okay, just making sure. Okay. Right, so we're going to go on the other side. I'm going to use that brush again. Then I'm going to have some water because it's really hot here. I do have a mirror just to the side, guys, so it looks like I'm looking in the camera, but there is a mirror here. But don't be afraid to comment. If you're new, I'll always kind of welcome you to the channel. But yeah, I think my work-life balance has to change. But my mum, I was talking to her today, and she usually isn't someone that gets sick, but all of our family seem to get wisdom teeth. It's really strange. I have them, and now and again they just, I don't know what happens. But so I went to the dentist last year, and they said, where it's positioned, we can't really take them out, anything like that. So it's more like pain management, but wisdom tooth pain, guys. And I felt so sorry for her today. It really does hurt, wisdom tooth pain. So yeah, okay. I'll have some water in a minute, but definitely let me know when you're on. Um, okay. So just kind of lining up with both of them there. Again, I can't, where the TikTok light is, it kind of covers who's on. But I am looking at a different TikTok light for the future just because it just where it clips on, I can't see who's on. So do let me know in the comments. Okay. So I think we're kind of okay with that. Now what I'm going to do is show you a bronzer. I'm kind of doubling up on bronzer. So I'm going to use drops and then I'm going to use a powder. So I'm going to be using these Revolution bronzing drops, if I show you there. They only come in, is it scorched, light to medium? So I think they're covering themselves saying light to medium because, but yes, scorched, it has squalene, hyaluronic acid, and grapeseed oil. So definitely you've got your skincare in there. So I tend to warm it up on my skin. Everyone does drops a different way. But for me, I warm it up here on my skin. This is what it looks like. I'll just show you close to it. So that's what it looks like. And I know it looks a bit shimmery, but actually it turns out okay. And then what I'm going to do with Kiko Milano, I'm going to kind of set it with Kiko Milano as well. So that's what we're going to do. Now, how I do it is I kind of take it up with my hand and I pop it around where the sun would naturally hit your face. And then I brush that back to the hairline. Cheekbones, just a little bit here. I never go any further than that. And then if I need a bit more, I can always go in. But do let me know when you're on, guys. Just in case you think I'm being rude, I can't see who's on just because of where the camera is or the camera light is. So I keep on just refreshing the chat because I've realized that does work sometimes. Let's just do that. Okay, perfect. I just keep making sure it's, there we go. Okay, so all I'm going to do is use my Real Techniques contour brush. Again, if you keep them really well, Real Techniques, I think are in between medium to high end. They used to be super high end when they came out, but now I think they're a bit, you can get a set for maybe £20, but you get like a blush, eyeshadow, everything in one. So all we're doing, guys, is bringing that back up to the hairline. I'm not going down, if you notice. I'm bringing it all the way back up. And if you find that some hasn't warmed in, just warm it into the skin like that, so that when you turn, you can see it kind of brings it in a bit. And then I do the same on this side. Okay, and then bringing that back to the hairline as well. And then we'll kind of set that. But I don't have my normal people on tonight, so again, Sundays do tend to be a bit quieter. But also, when I say normal, guys, that just means that regulars. It doesn't mean that people who haven't seen this before aren't welcome. They're very welcome. But I do have a set of regulars that tend to come on. But I realize it's a Sunday. And so all I'm doing, really just getting that back to the hairline. And then if we need to go in with a bigger brush, we will. Okay, I think that's okay. Shout out to Ellie, please. Hi, Ellie. Thank you for joining. This is a makeup tutorial. Hope you're well. Shout out to Ellie. So what I'm going to do, this is just a makeup tutorial for the NYX Buttermilk Blush and the Nude from Huda Beauty Medium Obsessions palette. So that's what we're doing there. But thank you for joining. Do take a look at the channel if you're interested. What I'm going to do now is, this is Kiko Milano, and I would say it's kind of in between high end and low end. I wouldn't say it's complete high end, but thank you for joining, Ellie. This is what it looks like. Very bright packaging. I am doing really well on this, guys, so I'm going to kind of probably set, as you would call it, set the drops with that. I'm going to use the same contour brush. I think this is going to be a quick live today, isn't it, guys? Wow. So, but hi Ellie, thank you for joining. So all this does, guys, it just sets the bronze that we did. Now I do have a bronzing and contour video, how to, so definitely take a look at that. Okay. Well, it's a shame, guys, that you aren't on. Definitely let me know. But yeah, my mum, poor thing, you know, she's always had wisdom teeth. But they only come down now and then. So I think she was just really suffering today. So I said, why don't you try Solpadeine dissolvable? Because I know it's, if you put it in water, it's Solpadeine dissolvable, hits your system a lot quicker. And particularly if you've got wisdom tooth pain, that's going to really help. So she said it tastes too powdery. So I said, try 7-Up or something, or lemonade, and and it'll help it better. But so I think she's bought, the dissolvable Solpadeine today, because she's really suffering with tooth pain. If anyone else had wisdom teeth, you'll know the pain. Okay, so that's kind of just set itself there. So we use the Revolution bronzed in scorched bronzing drops. They have squalene, they have hyaluronic acid, and grapeseed oil. And then we went in and just kind of set that with the Kiko Milano. The foundation we're wearing today is the Fenty Beauty, and it's called Soft Lit, and it's in 175. So that's what that looks like. And then we went in with the concealer, and that is the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. So now what I'm going to do is show you a blush, and this is what it looks like. This is the NYX Buttermelt Professional Blush. That's what it says. And this is in terracotta. So, and you get a big amount, guys, for what you have there. Look at that. I am going to take some water now. I'm just going to check settings. Okay, perfect. I just check it, guys, because as you know, I do have issues sometimes with that. So we're just going to have some water. This is a super quiet live. Probably the quietest live I've ever had, guys. Wow. Very quiet. So tomorrow's longer form content video is making burgundy eyeshadow work for you. That was a request. So I got a request to say, how do you make darker eyeshadow if you're a little bit kind of on the fence work for you? So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And then you just take any colors you have. Don't feel the pressure to kind of buy whatever I'm using. Just whatever eyeshadow palette color you have, palette, and you've got the same color, you can just go that way. So that's what it's going to be tomorrow. It was requested tutorial, how to make dark colors work for you in an eyeshadow, which can be very scary sometimes. When you have really, really dark colors, it's hard to kind of picture, particularly if you're a beginner, how you would kind of apply it onto the eye. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So that's kind of the base. We're going to go with this. Now, this blush, guys, I never thought. See, when I saw this blush, guys, I definitely saw autumn, but it looks more like a bronzer or an eyeshadow. But when it's on, guys, it's really nice. So this is the e.l.f. It's a highlighting brush, but it's also really good for a blush as well. So we're going to go in with that. And it smells like vanilla. It's a really nice smell. So we're just going to really lightly take that up. Look at that, guys. You get a bit of a shimmer as well. There we go. Loving that color. And I would never have gone for, when you see this, guys, it doesn't shout blush to me. I feel like bronzer or eyeshadow, but like look at that as a blush. Really nice. I'm going to go the other side. Really gentle as well. I'm not going too heavy. Okay, and I will blend them out so they're not going to be so harsh when I am. I know it looks super harsh right now, but it won't. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is go in with a bigger kind of blending brush, basically, and then that will just calm down any. Actually, it's kind of looking okay so far. It'll calm down any. Might go in once or twice with the blending brush, but that's it, guys. And you can go in as strong as you like. But for me, it's a favorite. It's an absolute favorite. So that's the NYX Professional Buttermelt Blush, and that's in Feeling Butter. She has names for everything. Okay, let's just blend this out, and then we're going to take more water because I'm thirsty. I really need to start drinking more water, actually, guys. Okay, so that's kind of that. That done. So that's kind of we have the base makeup on now. So what we're going to do is I always set my face twice. So when the base is done, like the primer, foundation, setting powders and blushes and things, I go in with my setting spray, and then I go in again when the eyes are done. So that's kind of what I do. So this is the Revolution, and it's their Super Matte Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. You can get it in Superdrug. I think you can get it online on Amazon as well. So I'm just going to let that set, and it is matte control. So even though it might look oily when it starts, it is a matte finish. So it's going to kind of fit. And then we're going to go in with this Huda Beauty nude palette. I've had this for years, guys, and I keep it, I kind of spray it hygienically all the time. But this is the Medium Nude Obsessions. We're going to go in with that. So that's kind of the base done, guys. Definitely let me know if you're on. So these guys are really travel friendly too. They're super travel friendly. They have a mirror, but I won't blind you guys. But that's what it looks like. There is a mirror here, but you know, it would blind you completely. So there we go. So we're going to be using these today. I'm going to have a drink of water, and then we're going to go in. But look at those colors, guys. Look at what we're working with today. So that's what we're doing. But I'm hoping my mum feels a bit better. You know, tooth pain is horrendous. It really is, especially if you've got a wisdom tooth, because it affects like your eating, your drinking, you know, things like that. Okay. Okay. God, I'm really hot, guys. I don't know what's going on. So they're not named. You do get 9 colors, but they're not named. So this is what they look like. I'm going to go in with this to cut the crease. This is what it looks like here. That's so you got that medium brown, kind of burnt orange look. So we're going to go in with that. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. fluffy brush. God, it's hot in my room all of a sudden. I think all the lights. So I'm just going to go in here. And the great thing, because this is travel friendly, you've got your mirror as well. And then we're just going to tap off the excess. And then, because I have slightly kind of hooded eyes, I go a little bit higher. So we're just going to start to bring that into the crease. So you can see, it's a beautiful kind of burnt orange color. I'm going to be using burgundies. I was requested to do a longer form content video on the burgundy, which is kind of more this color here. So we will use this in a longer form content video tomorrow. And that's what you're looking at. Look at that, guys. Now what we're going to do, because it can with a fluffy brush sometimes come in a little bit too deep, not too far, and that's what's happened there. So we are going to fix that. Just go in with this here. Just like that. Okay, perfect. And then what we're going to do is just blend out the harsh edges there. So, but do let me know when you're on, guys. It's always good to speak to you. I've never gotten this far in a makeup tutorial without chatting to people, but I do know it's kind of a very particular day today for certain people, so I do understand. Okay, but I have never gotten this far, I can tell you, without this less comments. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay. Okay. So that's what you get, guys. We're going to go back in again with this one here. So again, not named if you're wondering, but you do get 9. So, and then we're just going to go again to the color. Being really careful just not to get it right into the inner corners. This is going to be quick, isn't it, guys? Quick live today. Wow. Okay. So there you go. I haven't gone right in just like this one. And I will kind of fix the edges so it doesn't look so harsh. But that's that color you're getting, kind of a really autumnal color, I think. Let's just clean off that fluffy brush, and just the harsh edges sometimes just need to be fixed. There we go. So you've kind of got that edge going too. Now what I'm going to do is go in with this one here in the inner corner. So what I know I've been saying on my last couple of lives, I'm not going to go for kind of glitter in autumn. This is more of a shimmer. So, and this is very autumnal, you know, this complete, you could even look at Christmas for something like this, you know. So I'm going to go in with this one here in the inner corner. I always put glitters and shimmers on with my finger. But if you're watching this on replay, let me know. And that's what you get, guys. It'll probably come out much brighter on the pictures because in the mirror it's looking super, super shimmery, and that's what we want. It kind of looks like a foil. Like a foil if I do that, and if I look down. This is the one we're using. Okay, we're going to see how it even brightens the eye, kind of lifts it up slightly. That's what we're going to do on this side. But do let me know when you're on. Again, where the camera is, I cannot see who's on. I mean the light, the camera light. I have never had such a quiet live, ever. Oh my god, maybe Sundays are not the best day these days. Okay, so you can see it's starting to kind of take shape. Okay. Okay, we'll definitely say hello if you're on. It feels like I'm talking to myself. Honestly, I've never had such a quiet live, ever. I've never gotten this far in makeup without like a proper conversation, which for me, if you know me and people that are usually on, is really rare. So I'm going to take some water because even though it was a cold day, my house in the room, my room is quite hot. Okay. Okay, guys, let me just check. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay. All right then. Okay. Well, everything looks okay. So, okay. So that's what we're doing there. We're now going to go in deep with a deeper color on the kind of outer corners. The lipstick is Elf's Day Tonight, and I know I put it somewhere safe. I always say that I put something somewhere safe, and then, or will we do just our Revolution lip oil? This is quite good too, guys. Oh no, I didn't. I got, what are they, the squishy lip balms from, my mum sent these over. They're the NYX, I got a set of 4. This is the Smushy Matte Lip Balm from NYX. My mum sent 4 over. But I know on TikTok, there's a deal on TikTok at the minute. You can get 4 for 2 or something like that. And this is in Squeeze and Sizzle, this one. So we'll use that today. But I am just going to moisturize the lips a bit. This is just an oil from Makeup Revolution. So, okay. But I am liking that blush, guys. This is the NYX Buttermelt Blush in Feeling Butter. And if you see it, guys, the first thing I thought of was a bronzer. But actually, it works really well as a blush. So that's what that looks like there. Really nice. So let's just pop on the lip oil. And I'm just going to check the settings every so often. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to pop on this lip oil. This is in Raspberry. I think it came in mango, raspberry, and lemon. So I'm just gonna, and we're gonna let that soak in and do the rest of the eyeshadow, and then we'll go back with that smushy lip balm from NYX. So yeah. Right, so let's go back into the Huda Beauty, and this is their this is what we've been using, the Medium Obsessions palette. So let's go back into that. And we're going to go in with a darker color here. So this is what's going to be going on the outer corner. So we're going to, again, we're going to be using our, actually we might go in with this one on the outer corner. That's what that looks like, super dark, but actually because you've put that light kind of shimmery color, it's not going to look too stark. And actually it just gives more focus to the inner kind of eye, which is what we want. Guys, I did my friend's hair today and I wore the gloves and it still won't come off my hands. I did her hair today. It was that Garnier hair color, and the one you mix, and it won't come off. And I even wore the gloves, everything, yeah, and it didn't. So that's kind of, you can see, guys, it's starting to kind of take shape now. So you can use all of these kind of as and when you want to. So that's the look, guys. We're going to definitely brush things out just to make it look a bit less harsh. Okay, so let's go with our e.l.f. fluffy brush, and we're just going to blend everything. And then we're going to go in with the Rimmel Wow Mascara Waterproof. And what I'm going to do is use a highlighter on the inner corners. Did I bring a highlighter? I bet you I say that now. Yes, I think I did. On the inner corners of the eye, just to... Do we have a highlighter? We have Blink from the Perfect Mix palette. What does that look like on? Is that going to be okay? Just on the inner corners. Oh wow, yeah, that's going to be good. Okay, just to kind of, and as I brush that out, it's going to look a little bit more natural, but it just gives that kind of brightness, bright effect. Tassos, hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you. Everybody on my last live was asking where you were. You were the first person. I'm on about, I must be 45 minutes, and I've been not talking to myself, but like nobody that I know has been on. I've never got this far in makeup without having people on. It's been really weird. But I'm glad you're here. How have you been? I had my MRI on Friday. I was saying that it was unusual because they had me in the MRI unit, as in actually in the MRI for 45 minutes. So I don't know if that was normal or not, but it's done at least, Tassos. I've had my MRI, so now it's just about the results. But how have you been? Is everything okay with you? I'm glad that you're on. Oh my goodness, everybody was asking where you were. And I said maybe he's, because I know you were moving house, you were kind of, well, you were looking at that, and I know work was busy, so I said maybe it's just work or things like that, but I'm glad you're okay. But Rumpelstiltskin was wondering where you were. Okay, I'm just going to use this brush, guys, and blend that out because I know it looks a little bit crazy. So all I'm doing is just blending this out a bit just so it doesn't look so harsh. Tassos, it's your channel. I know, but everyone loves chatting to you. So we were missing you. Rumpelstiltskin said he was lost. He didn't know what to do. So there you go. Oh, she. Sorry, she. I keep saying he. I think it's a she. But yeah, we were wondering where you were. I'm glad you're okay. But this is the first time, Tassos, that I've gotten this far in makeup and the regulars haven't been on. So I was starting to get slightly paranoid. So it's good that you're here. Okay, that inner eye color has gone a little bit too bright, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure that out, guys. I'm almost finished, Tassos, but it's been crazy. It really has. And I'm just glad that the MRI is done. I don't know if 45 minutes is a normal amount of time. I think I was expecting to be in the MRI for 10 minutes and then, but yeah, it felt like forever. And then I got there on time, and then it was a huge delay because there was a little girl, I think she was only about 6 or 7, and she had to go in first, and she was really scared and she was crying and things like that. So it was delayed a bit because they were trying to calm her down. But obviously I think children seeing an MRI unit, it must be very, very scary for them. But yeah, it just meant that I was late, so. But yeah, everybody was asking how you are and making sure, hoping you're okay. That's just, I think we're just going to have to fix that with something, because all I was trying to do was get that kind of reflective look, but it's gone a little bit too. So we're going to fix that with the Revolution No Flashback setting powder. It's good to see you though, Tassos. The work is getting a bit difficult and disorganized. It's not the first time. I'm once again thinking of changing it. Oh, wow. Do you have anything in mind, or have you been looking yet? Over here, it's like I always try to find something that matches the salary I'm on now, and I always find that so difficult to try and because you might find a really good kind of interesting job, and then the salary isn't exactly the same. So, but have you been looking? But I'm sorry, it sounds really, really hectic. Yeah. Okay. Glad to see you though. It's nice to see you. I always like when you're on. So guys, I am going to use a little bit of and we're going to use our, what we're going to do is use my triangle puff, and we're just going to use this, and we're going to then settle that down into the eyes, and then that's going to kind of make the inner eye, see, that's just going to make it look a bit more calm, a bit more mattified. So have you seen like a job that you're interested in? I think it's so hard to find it, isn't it? It's finding that job that's always and making sure location wise that it's okay, and yeah, that looks a little bit more put together. Okay, so yeah, with the NHS for my results, Tassos, I don't know when I'll get them back. Glad the MRI is done, but with the NHS, I don't know what the results are they're gonna be as good. Okay, just gonna set one more time before the mascara goes on, because that's what I would. Oh, guys, we're almost finished here. Okay, a little bit of water. I'm always saying never again, and it's just stewarding dishwashing, so it's difficult by its nature. How about you? It's okay. Some of the guys are like just changing, I think, over time in their characters. Some of them are getting more frustrated. We've got one that's got dementia that's getting even more confused by the day. And then one with Fragile X syndrome who's just getting angrier. So everything's changing. And then we have new staff. So it's all just chaos, absolute chaos. So yeah. I'm just glad I had the MRI. At least that's done. Even if the results take, I don't know, weeks, at least I have it done. But certainly completely just chaotic. Yeah, and one of the guys is really close to the guy that has or dementia, and he's very confused. He doesn't understand why he's forgetting things, and they're very close. So trying to explain to him, and he's forgetting everything. So yeah. And his language skills are starting to stop now, so he can't really even have a conversation with you. Everything is yes, yes, and so you feel really, really bad. But I've never experienced dementia before, so yeah, or anybody with dementia basically close to me. So it's definitely challenging. Do you have Indian nurses? No, we don't. We have some African, but we don't have any Indian. Okay, so I'm going to look at that. NYX Smushy Lip Balm, or matte lip balm, sorry, that's what that is. But yeah, dishwashing is very, when you have to keep it going constantly, absolutely. If you're kind of rotating it, I'd say is very stressful. Wow, gosh, I forgot how deep that is, guys. Oh god. Well, we're here now, we're doing it, so I can't go back. Okay, I can't go back with that. I did not realize it was that bright. Okay, we're going to not go too much with that, because that more looks like a deep berry, and then when you put it on, it actually even sticks into places. And I think I did say that in my review, didn't I? I found some of them stuck. And it bleeds out a bit, so we're going to just get a sponge just to... That bled out really quick as well. Okay, we're going to keep that. I'm not going to go near near that, guys, because that would be the one thing I would say. Either shake it or maybe warm it up on your hand, because when I put it out, you can see it wasn't the color I was expecting either, guys. So I might try and change it. The only thing I embrace about my job is that it's multicultural. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds really good. Yeah, for sure. I have that in my job too. Yeah, I do embrace that for sure. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Day to Night Elf lipstick, but I'm going to use the Day because that did not really turn out like I thought it would. So we're going to go with that. This is so it's the Elf Day to Night, basically. It's been around for a while. Yeah, I'm not impressed with that, guys. Okay, I've taken out as much as I can. Okay. But yeah, it's good to have multicultural kind of experiences, because you learn a lot about their life and things. Let's see what this looks like. It's okay. It's a bit better. Okay, that's slightly frustrating. A little bit better, but it still bleeds out a bit. Okay. That could be because we had that kind of slippiness of the lip balm. So I'm just going to get a smaller brush. And we're almost at the end. But I'm glad that I kind of got to chat to you for a little bit. Um, the chef is beginning to change our hours, and he's like, Tassos, do you mind working until 1:30 tomorrow night, etc.? Wow. And what time would you have started if he asks you to stay till 1:30? Is that like 8 o'clock in the morning type thing? Hopefully you get overtime for that, and your, let's say your hours, your pay changes after like 6 p.m. or something, because that's huge, isn't it? It's a lot to do. It's different if you started on a night shift, but if like you've been there during the day and then they ask you to stay, then yeah, for sure, that's a lot. Okay, so let's get that mascara. I've been asked last minute to do different shifts, but like if you're in work and they say, do you mind staying, that must be huge because like you've already done your shift, you know. No Kaya tonight, but I know she has to get her homework done um for tomorrow, she did say. No, it's like 3, but I see where things are going. Yeah, I understand. um yeah, that happens to me. They just ask you last minute. It can be very frustrating. Okay. Yeah, the lips definitely did not turn out like I wanted to. I don't think I'll start to use these anymore, guys. Um, yeah, the problem with this is that you think you're putting on a lip balm and little chunks of kind of lipstick come out. So then you have to put it on your hand and you can even see it bleeds out, guys. So for me, yeah, no, it wouldn't be something I'll keep going back for. Thankfully, it was a gift, so it wasn't something I spent money on. But I've got a set of 4, so I certainly don't think I'll be reaching for them. Our little Kaya, I know, I know. She's lovely, isn't she? Yes, she really is. She's lovely. Um, so hopefully we see her Wednesday, I think. Is it Monday? No, it's Sunday. Monday, maybe. Oh my God, the days are just going crazy with me. So yeah, that wasn't really planned, guys. It didn't come out like I thought it would. So I kind of tried to rescue it with an e.l.f. Day to Night, but I think the lip balm actually made it slippy so much that the color didn't even come out. So what I'll do is just show you in case you're interested in buying it. This is e.l.f. Day to Night, so you get a nighttime, obviously as it says, nighttime lipstick, daytime lipstick. The one I tried to put on today that didn't really work out was this one. That doesn't really, but that's because I think we had that lip balm on before, and this is their night. I'll just put night. Yeah, Kai is lovely, those Tassos, isn't she? Let me just. But yeah, everyone was asking for you, Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah, was asking where you were. So you're much loved on this channel. So yes, that's it, guys. If you're thinking of buying it, there's e.l.f. Day to Night. This is a day and this is night. So I think we're gonna leave the lips like that because yeah, it kind of didn't go the way I thought it would. So yeah, we'll leave that there. Okay, gosh, it's warm. But yeah, Kai is lovely. So okay, mascara. Now I usually use a little mirror and then I look down. This is the Rimmel Scandalise, and it's their Woe Wings. So the purple is waterproof, the blue is non-waterproof. I would never say get a non-waterproof mascara. Oh, chat filter is coming up. I wonder what that's about. Community guidelines. I don't know if that was something that somebody tried to comment. Somebody's obviously maybe tried to comment and it's gone beyond the community guidelines. I don't know. But yeah, I can still see everybody's comments, which is good. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's Rimmel Scandalized Woe Wings or Wow Wings, whichever way you say it. But yeah, she's very sweet. Likes her sports. You know, she's getting to know some friends now, which is nice. I know at the start she was saying she found it quite tough to make friends. So I think school is one of those things you either remember it positively or you remember it not so positively. So, Tassos, did your symptoms return any day recently? Did you fall again or lose balance? No, they didn't. I've just the migraines have started to return, that start here and go all the way back. But hopefully the MRI might show something there, which is great, you know. So I've been taking Solpadine Actifast they gave me, which it's dissolvable and you just drink it. It's not the most pleasant to drink, but it after about say 5-10 minutes, you definitely. But it's not something Tassos you could take in work because it definitely makes you feel okay, but you certainly couldn't still work because you feel a little bit kind of not dazed, but definitely I don't think I could look after somebody with it. But it does work. But no, thankfully I have not. I think I still have some bruises, not so much here, but I haven't fallen thankfully since then. Um, so the new development is just the migraines that start at the corner here and go all the way like back to the, which then does make you lose your balance a little bit, just because obviously it's your head. But no, thankfully I haven't fallen. Now that they're scanning you, leave it to the doctors. Yeah, exactly. Leave it to them. See what they say. I can only go by what they say, you know. So you can see, guys, this is really good if you have an aversion to false lashes, because one, it's waterproof, but two, it definitely separates the lashes so that it does look like you have either really big lashes or you're wearing false lashes. But again, guys, people were asking me, what's the best way to contact you on the last live, and that's usually Instagram. I'm going to start regularly posting on Instagram. I used to post a lot. I'm going to start that again. And TikTok. I'm very, very new to TikTok, but it's all on my section on my profile. I think message-wise, Instagram just seems to be quite easy to do. That's I was asked that on the last live. But yeah, like you say, Tassos, all I can do is wait for their letter, just to say they did say I get a letter and the doctor gets a copy of the letter. So I will find out. It'll get posted out to me. You can see, guys, I don't know if it's showing, but it definitely just lifts everything up. And I know putting on mascara is not the most exciting thing, but it's great you're on, Tassos, because literally I felt like I was talking to myself. There was people on, I think, because I can see the likes and things, but where the camera is from TikTok, I can't see the numbers of people. But some people came on in the beginning and were saying hello, but not anybody I knew. So, which I love new people coming on, don't get me wrong, but it just felt really weird. So I'm glad you're on. And it was like last week, all of us were on except you, and everyone was like, "Where's Tassos?" I was like, "Oh, good. We were hoping you were okay." Oh yeah, so you can see now, guys, as you do 3 or 4 coats, it certainly does build up. So it's a buildable mascara. That's what I would say. I hope that's coming up on camera. There will be pictures, obviously, in my post section. But I think when you go on live, your mental health has to be okay too, because you want your kind of viewers and things and subscribers to kind of really get the best of you. So if I'm never on, I'll always let you guys know. I'll always let you guys know, but it's usually more so for me because my head or my dizziness is affecting me, which then sometimes can naturally affect your mental health. You know, if you're physically not able to do what you want to do, I think it does affect your mental health. It's just a natural thing that happens, you know. Thank you so much for your kind words. You're welcome. Have you decided on where you're living? I know you were looking at getting somewhere new. Now that I'm feeling a little bit better, I'm hoping to start that swimming at some point again. So you can see the difference. It kind of lifts up the eye slightly as well. You could keep going, but it's not very interesting for people to watch me put mascara on. I will do the other one in a minute. But if you want to know what it looks like, this is it. The Scandalise, and it's their Rimmel London Woe Wings is what it's called. And that's what it looks like there. Just going to get some water and we'll do the other side. And then I think, guys, we're almost finished. But I was saying, Tassos, at the very beginning, there might be a reason why it's so quiet, and I did say that at the beginning because obviously I think it's Charlie Kirk's funeral today, so I know it's been live broadcasted. So I appreciate, a lot of people might be watching that, which I completely appreciate. So I mean, I saw the first hour of it earlier, and it was all singing and things like that. So I think it's going to go on for like 4 or 5 hours because it's a memorial as well, so people are going to be there for a while. So I was thinking to myself today it might be very quiet on the live today just for those reasons, which I completely understand. I completely get that. Okay, so we'll do this side, but you can always put hashtag replay if you are on the replay. But yeah, I thought of that today actually. It might be a little bit quieter because of that. Rumpelstiltskin, hello, you're on. Tassos is on, Rumpelstiltskin. I was just saying earlier that you were asking, we were all wondering where he was the last live. I'm almost finished. This is so frustrating. My mental health is affected by the assholes I work with. Stupid cooks, most of them anyway, still at the hotel with little rent, therefore difficult to leave that. Yeah, absolutely. At least you have the hotel. And the other thing that even if your mental health is affected, at least you don't have to worry about, preparation for food or things like that. You can just go and get what you need. But yeah, I can imagine that must be definitely affecting your mental health for sure. Totally get that, Tassos. Rumpelstiltskin, how have you been? Um, the live you did talking about Kirk was disgusting. The comments were very rude, especially when they asked you about pregnancy. Yeah, I mean, I will say that I liked the fact that he debated very calmly, and that his love for his family, he was never ashamed to kind of say. I will say after that, I did not agree on his laws on abortion or his thoughts on that or his thoughts on gay or I've got gay friends, trans. I didn't agree with any of that. What I respected, I guess, about him was that he would sit in a college. He was actually in Oxford a couple of months ago, and he would just calmly debate. There was never this kind of shouting or overreacting. But I know I got that question about pregnancy. Yeah, I know. It wasn't very kind of respectful. But yeah, you get people like that. There was someone here earlier on who was a little bit kind of quirky, shall we say. um, but I will say, if anyone's looking, I do, I did follow Charlie Kirk, but I did not, follow all of his thoughts. I didn't follow his thoughts or his beliefs maybe on, women's rights to their bodies and gay and gay, and straight and lesbian and trans. I support all of that, whereas I know he had a different idea. But he was somebody that I just respected for certain things. But yeah, I'm a very open person, so everyone's welcome here on this channel. I'm not criticizing you or him, just the trolls that might. No, I know you're not. I'm just kind of saying, if say anyone's new coming in and we're talking about him, that they kind of know from my end how I feel. Rumpelstiltskin, it's Sunday. Actually, it was Sunday half an hour ago, and Sunday is day. It was fun. Did you have a good weekend, Rumpelstiltskin? I hope you did. I guess it's Monday for you now. Don't want to keep you up too late. 7 o'clock, guys, is kind of UK time, is the earliest I can go on. Maybe on a Wednesday I can go on at 6, but if that's too early and people are still in work, I know. Okay. So it's starting to come together now, guys. So we used the Huda Beauty of Medium Obsessions eyeshadow palette today. And then the foundation was Fenty Beauty Lit. I'll show you in a moment. Rumpel, we were wondering if you were a guy or a girl. I think it's a girl, as far as I know. But awesome weekend, rain, balcony, and booze. Oh yeah, sounds good. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, you just kind of take your time. I know it's not kind of the most exciting thing to watch somebody put mascara on. But just build it up, guys. You know, build up. And the good thing about this brush is that it really does support the inner lashes because it's not too thick. So that's what's great about it. Um, for me, if I have food, I'll have wine. I think as I've gotten older, I've kind of gotten more. Um, but yeah, no, I totally get it. If you're out with your friends and things like that, for sure. And it's a de-stress, isn't it? If you work all the time, it's a big de-stress. Rumpelstiltskin. So how do I play this? What do you mean? Okay, I think that's about as much as I'm going to get with that. In my opinion, you don't sound like a female. I don't know why I thought you were. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry if I am. I apologize. Okay, so I think I'll do a little bit more on this side, but I think that's as much. Rumpelstiltskin wives get wives wine gives me tummy ache. I like whiskey. Um, I yeah, I need to have food with it or something. I don't, and at that, I usually only have 2 glasses or something. I guess it depends on the company as well, you know. Rumpelstiltskin. I recognize that sign, but I can't really remember what it means. Are you female? Is that what you're saying? You're female? I think, guys, this is looking quite strong off camera. I can see on camera it's looking kind of barely there, but you'll see in the photos, it certainly does look. You're male. Oh, sorry, Rumpelstiltskin. Apologize. I don't know why I thought you were female. Sorry. Um, I thought there was a live where we were both talking to a male or to a female, and then you talked about. Maybe I've got it completely wrong. Sorry about that. Okay. So that's kind of the mascara. I'm sort of nearly finished, guys, which is a shame because you guys came on a little bit later, but that's fine. Kira, you're entering fall and Cyprus is as hot as August. Yeah. Wow. I'm slightly jealous. I like fall weather. Like I like looking at the leaves on the trees and everything changing color, but I'm not a fan of the cold. So, um, we are entering fall here. But I have to say, Cyprus would be, and the heat and the sunshine, because I think it's different in a different country. In England, and Ireland, this when you get heat, it's dense. There's a dense heat. It's humid. But even when I was in Portugal and it was just as hot as England, there was more of a breeze. It was a different kind of heat. So, um, yeah, it was different kind of heat. There was more like I can't explain it. It was like there was a freshness to it. But over here, when it gets really hot, there's just this humidity and heaviness to it. So it's very different. You experience heat very differently, I think. It might be the same in Cyprus, but yeah, in England and Ireland, it just gets very kind of like uncomfortably hot is probably the best way to put it. Rumpelstiltskin, it was getting slightly hot here, but it started raining again. Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin, don't worry about it. I didn't even have a slight beard till my 20s. People used to call me Chickna. Now I have a lovely beard, okay? My battery is running low. Oh gosh, guys. Um, okay. My phone was on earlier and it just got really hot and I wasn't actually doing anything and I felt it and it was just like boiling. So I don't know what that is. So guys, I think we're kind of getting to the end now because yeah, I'm finished. So it's a shame, guys, that you're all on a bit later. My battery's starting to go. Not to the point where I have to go straight away, but it's definitely lower. So for people that are watching, the makeup we used was the Rimmel. So for the primer, I did my skincare with you guys. And the primer was the Rimmel Fix and Perfect. I might have put it away. Then we used the Fenty Beauty foundation, and this is 175. This is their soft lit foundation. Went in with the concealer, but guys, feel free to continue to comment. I will get back to you guys on the comments. I'm just kind of for people that were following the makeup. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. We used that underneath the T-zone basically. Then we went in with some setting powders. So we went in with the Revolution, and this is the Rose Baking Powder. Rumpul, I was working with an Indian guy in the kitchen last year. Great guy. His name was just Bobby. Rumpelstiltskin, oh whoa, Tassos, Bobby, maybe Punjabi. Okay, nice. Then we went in with a setting powder all over. Now this is a Collections Vitamin E. And it has an SPF of 20. So that's really rare to find an actual setting powder with an SPF. So this is the Collections Mattifying Powder enriched with vitamin E, SPF 20. So you Punjabi exactly, said Tassos. Then for the bronzing, we went in with some drops first. And this is the Revolution Bright Light Bronzing Drops. And they actually have squalene, hyaluronic acid, and grapeseed oil. So that's quite good. And this is in scorched light to medium. Then we went over that with our Kiko Milano bronzing powder, which I think I've put away. No, it's right in front of me, guys, honestly. So this is it, super shiny. But yeah, they usually go for such names or more westernized names for some reason. This is, now you can see I'm getting to the end of this, guys. This is the Flawless Fusion from Kiko Milano. That's the bronzer we went over with. One of my favorite blushes right now, absolute favorite blushes, is the NYX Professional Buttermelt Blush in Terracotta. So it doesn't look like a blush, but actually when you put it on, guys, you can see that it's quite nice. But look at that. Look at that. Yeah, pretty cool. Then we went in with, what did we do then? I'm thinking, the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow was the Huda Beauty Medium Nudes palette. So that's what we went in. I went in with the Revolution on my brows, medium brown pencil. Then we went in with the Huda Beauty and Nudes, Medium Nudes Obsessions. And I'm just going to show you. I'm going to cover the mirror so I don't blind you guys. But that's what we went into. And there's no names on them, but you can see there. I am going to be doing a longer form content video on the burgundy section. So keep an eye out for that. Tassos, I didn't want to mention this, but yes, obviously his real name was something Singe. Yaswinder, Bhupinder, etc. Okay. And then we went in with the mascara, which was the waterproof Rimmel, and this is their Scandalize Wow Wings. So that's what we've just popped on. So that's it, guys. And the setting spray was Revolution's Matte Fix oil control fixing spray. So I do like matte fixes in the autumn, you know, so we do have a little bit of a shimmer going on. Okay, that's what we've got. So that's it, guys. It's a shame you guys came on a little bit later, but I totally get it. Life is life. You know, you have to work, you have to do things. I totally get it. Rumpelstiltskin, Yaswinder, Bhupinder. Tassos, so Kira, did you check hotel room? Not yet. I've been working, but I did keep it down in my notes to watch. I've got 2 days free this next few days, so I've got that to watch, and I've got I Fought the Law. I want to find that 6 episodes, so I should be able to get through that in 2 days. It's called I Fought the Law. It's about somebody who got the double jeopardy law brought into the UK for the first time. So there was no evidence, and then 20 years later they got evidence and they were able to, so that kind of thing interests me. So I'm going to be looking at that. It's only got 6 episodes, but I do have Hotel Room written down to watch. As I remember, you told me it was on YouTube, I think. Revolution, I've seen that here too. Yeah, a lot of Revolution I have. They're really good kind of products. They're very kind of trustworthy, basically. But I do have that Tassos to watch. I've got 2 days, which is kind of off, which is rare for me. So I Fought the Law and Hotel Room is my 2, and The Summer She Turned Pretty. I think I won't get The Summer She Turned Pretty until the weekend, next weekend. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna look at. Okay, I've done all the makeup, guys. I've sprayed, I've done everything I can. I'm trying to get it the most out of this top that I can because it's autumn fall now and it's not really a top you wear in autumn fall, but I refuse to wear the big baggy jumpers. I just don't want to, but I probably have to because it's getting cold. But yes, guys, unfortunately I'm gonna have to say goodbye. My phone charger's downstairs. It's getting to 15%. Um I think it's a show, Rumpelstiltskin. As far as I know, I think there was 4 episodes. Tassos, did you say there was only 4 episodes? I think. And it's on YouTube, as far as I remember. Tassos, you said that. Um, I think, did you say it's a show, Tassos? Hotel room. Rumpelstiltskin's just asking. Um, I'm hoping I don't just kind of go off live because my phone dies. Sorry, guys. The last thing I forgot was my phone charger. Um, Rumpelstiltskin, what's that hotel room? Oh yeah, Rumpelstiltskin. Okay, all right. Take care, Kira and Tassos. You take care too. And guys, thank you all of you who joined today. Um, 3 episode series by the guy who made Twin Peaks, David Lynch. Yes, I remember. I liked that Ricky Gervais show, Life. Oh, I loved that. Is that where his wife passed away? Not that. I didn't love that part. But then he has a dog, and he kind of the dog gets him out into society again, and it's like kind of a real life drama. He used to be in The Office, in the UK version of The Office. But I think it's like he meets somebody, doesn't he? Oh, I remember that. That was love. I loved that. Yeah, it was lovely. And then his dog just gets him kind of, yeah, I loved that Rumpelstiltskin. I'd watch that again. I'd watch that again. Um, but it was really good, guys, to see you. If 7 p.m. UK time, I'm usually on a Monday available from 6, but that sometimes is way too early for people. But let me know, guys. 7 p.m. UK time tomorrow. So I'll be back on tomorrow because it's Monday. I have to get my days right. But yes, I'm going to be looking at those 2 episodes. Bye, Rumpelstiltskin. It was really good to chat to you. Hope to see you tomorrow if you've got the time. But again, always pop hashtag replay and I can always get back to your comments and stuff like that. So this is the look. The lips obviously didn't turn out like I thought they would, but you kind of have to kind of, discover these products yourself. Things are always going to be, not everything is going to be what you think. And I think with that one, guys, if I just show you one more time, the actual color did let me down slightly, not let me down, but the color of this looks very different to what you put on. So yeah, I'm not sure about these professional smushy lip balms from NYX, but I do like their blushes. Rumpelstiltskin by Tassos. I will try join tomorrow. Oh, great if you can. What I might try on Wednesday is 6 p.m. UK time, if that's a bit earlier. So yes, but it was great talking to you, Tassos. People are greatly happy that you're okay. And I will chat to you guys. Mondays tomorrow, isn't it, guys? Honestly, just the days are just going by too quick. Yeah, Mondays tomorrow. I will be there 7 p.m. UK time. I do hope to see you all there. Do check up the live, guys, if you're on hashtag replay. And if you're new here and you want to see the videos, do check a look and take a look at my channel. Okay, guys, thank you, Rumpelstiltskin. Thank you, Tassos. Everybody else who joined, thank you. Ellie as well was at the beginning. And I'll see you guys really soon tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK time.